Welcome to FOTR. Our 100th episode countdown continues. Sorry they didn't mention it in the past few videos. I've just been so focused on the food, it's been filling me up and fogging my mind. And it might continue to do so again. So let's just keep our focus on the task at hand. From the Randolph Diner here at the Commons in Randolph, New Jersey, it's time again to open mouth and insert nostalgia.
You're watching the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork on the Road show, making thrifting delicious. One bite and one review at a time.
Multi-purpose atmosphere, versatile vibes. If the decor is any indication it being appealing to the eyes, then the food should be just as varied and appealing to the palate. After all, it's the main focus of Food Focus magazine, Tasty New Jersey. I just so happened upon their special 25th anniversary issue for $2.99 back home at Unique Thrift Store in Madison, focusing on a tale of two steakhouses, Dino and Harry's and Sammy's. You'll go inside the kitchen of Dino and Harry's in Hoboken. There's a section on seafood, 100 pages all about pizza, a Chef's Hall of Fame, and over 600 photos. After all, we eat with our eyes first, so let the banquet begin. First, we take you inside the kitchen of Dino and Harry's in Hoboken on a busy Thursday night dinner rush. High quality ingredients and high camaraderie amongst the chefs. Next, we take you to Atlantic City's legendary Angelo's Fairmount Tavern. This article is by Jeffrey Dobin and gives you the vibe in terms of the decor, in terms of the interaction amongst the chefs and the customers, and a few signature dishes. Now, you should be mindful that the articles here don't give you the addresses or phone numbers, but there is a restaurant guide at the end of this magazine. That being said, once you look at the restaurant guide, you might want to check to make sure that the addresses and phone numbers, etc. are all accurate and that they're still open, which is the most important thing. Oh, and be sure to check the prices because they don't mention them in here. Anyway, we're going inside the kitchen of Angelo's Fairmount Tavern, and I've been to Atlantic City before. I've been there twice, one on spring break and one on summer vacation. Boy, I got a whole bunch of stories to tell you about there, but I've never once been in here. So yeah, their mahi-mahi, their crabs casino, their crab cakes, and more crab. That should be high on any seafood lover's list, or bucket list if they haven't been there. And there's your executive chef. Some surf and tough action, plenty of seafood action, some high dining, some casual fare. It's a varied amount of deliciousness in here. Almost equal to that of the Randolph Diner. Redefining the Randolph after an epic transformation. This article is by Marilyn Harden. And these are the three amigos for the Randolph Diner. They are the Spiropolis brothers, Dimitri, Bobby, and Christopher. Well, at center would be Bobby and his sons, Dimitri and Chris. This multi-page article here really places a heavy emphasis on the decor and the atmosphere and the overall interior look of the Randolph Diner, which you just saw, hopefully to the best of my ability. And I gotta say, they really did this place up nice. Multi-purpose atmosphere, as I outlined. And a multi-purpose menu. Yes, please. This is their chicken bacon ranch pizza. And I have to say, it's one of the better looking CBR pizzas I've had in a long time. But back to the atmosphere. Again, it's multi-purpose. It could be a date night. It could be a sporting event. It could be a birthday party. It could be an anniversary. It could be a graduation dinner. But they do talk about the food in here, and really, That's from this paragraph downward on page 61. Next up, out of the many pages of pizza in here, I would say we could boil this down to the following summary. Highlighting certain components: dough, sauce, cheese, toppings, ease of prep, production, etc. And of course, the stories behind the pizzas. The different types of pizza, from our very own Trenton pie to grandma pizza. There's the Sicilian, there's the round Sicilian, the works. And finally, a highlight on Chop Star and Jersey's very own Chef Manny Vankin. He's continuing to make his mark on New Jersey's dining scene as an owner of 3 eateries. Manny Vankin is building a small empire. He opened Miss Cafe in Montclair to rave reviews, and then competed on Chopped. In his second appearance, he won the semifinals. While pizza may be the main event, there's not one page, not one article, not one photograph in here for every palate, every budget, every type of cuisine there is that won't have a pizza. Your heart. There's something to be said for such outstanding service to foodies. This is definitely getting 4.5 out of 5 claps. I just wish there were some recipes in here. There are none. But still, this really is scrumptious service on a silver platter. This literally, and with regard to this type of pizza, New York, you just got served. That's the word from my mouth to yours. And the final word about that chicken bacon ranch pizza, it was good and it was quite substantial, but it tasted a bit too plain. Nothing really popped in terms of flavor. Then again, it's chicken bacon ranch. At least the ranch could have had more flavor. I read some reviews on Yelp and TravelWise, and they told me that the food wasn't quite up to par, but for a basic diner, you really can't go on. However, I got myself a takeout box. I'm sure somebody else will appreciate it more than I will. And just to clarify that, if I tell you a little something about the food at the end of a video, I find it flawed. If I end it when I dig in, then it's good. Sorry it took me nearly 100 road shows to clarify that one.
Next time, TSR finds a Sonic Russ in North New Jersey as the boys of Eat This Not That get with the times. Stay tuned and stay hungry.
Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the thrift side.